are also getting a better look this afternoon at just how large that landslide is. It has a section of Loveland Pass closed tonight. Could be a while before it reopens.
The slide is on the side of the pass close to Loveland ski area and right by the Eisenhower-Johnson tunnel.
Your reporter in the mountains, Spencer Wilson, live there tonight for us. And Spencer, any update on when this could reopen?
That's the big question, right? When does this reopen? The simple answer is we don't know. The more complex answer is we don't know because there's a lot of factors that go into getting this area cleaned up and safely.
We got a bird's eye view of the closure today, and if you're wondering why there aren't crews out there right now digging their way through this slop, it's because there could have been another slide.
Absolutely, there absolutely could be. So we have to be very safe. Our crews were not even able to get out to start the cleanup operations until our geology team deemed that the area where the slide occurred is stable enough for them to be able to get in there with the heavy equipment and begin the hard work of clearing the roadway.
So it's about understanding what we're looking at before we tackle the slide, which is hard to get to in the first place.
It is a very tight area. That's why we have urged all travelers to avoid the area so that we have the room to do what we need to do to be able to get Loveland Pass reopened as soon as possible.
Geologists will have a more specific report as to why here and why now. But for now, CDOT says this slide happened because of the shifting seasons.
The material above the roadway became saturated by melting snow, and as a result, that's when the slide occurred.
So for the drivers, truckers, bikers, hikers, and more who use this scenic highway to get from A to B, they're going to have to wait a little bit longer before the road is ready to ride again.
Now, if you're thinking, well, I don't go over Loveland Pass, I don't need to know about this, not necessarily true. If you do travel I-70, you have to pay attention because there's only hazardous materials trucks usually allowed to go over Loveland Pass. They're not allowed to go through the Eisenhower and Johnson tunnels. Now, it's their only option. So the way they do this is at the top of the hours, they'll send those hazardous material trucks alone through the Johnson or Eisenhower tunnels, and they make everyone else wait. So if you're a passenger and you're wondering why you're stuck at the top of the tunnels, it's because they're getting trucks through at that time safely. It only lasts around 10 to 15 minutes each closure though, so don't panic if you're sitting there wondering how long it's going to take to get through. You will get through eventually. Just know, top of the hour, there's going to be a traffic hold at the top. Live along I-70, Spencer Wilson covering Colorado through.
Spencer, thanks for breaking that down, and so grateful that no one was caught up in that slide. We appreciate your coverage. Spencer covers Colorado's high country like no one else. You can send your story idea through his profile on cbscolorado.com. You can also call 303-863-TIPS, and you can email him at yourreporter@cbs.com.